So standing here next to the flight line at the Biggin Hill Festival of Flight, and lucky again to be able to come and talk to Stephen Inch. Stephen, how are you?
Hi, very well, thank you very much.
Good, welcome onto the show.
Thank you.
And what brings you to Biggin Hill?
So we're here as the Royal Air Force Typhoon display team, and we're here for our first year. We were out last year, so it's good to come back to Biggin Hill and bring the display as well.
So Stephen, you're not actually flying today, but you are the man in charge, as you say.
Correct. Yeah, as I talk over the aircraft, Typhoon display manager. So I look after the build-up to the season for Jim Peterson, Flight Lieutenant Peterson, who's our display pilot for 2019. And he's done it for 2 years in a row. So he's here thrilling the crowds with his improved manoeuvres, and I'm in the background making it all work for him.
So how much stuff goes into place to put the show on each year for these air shows?
Yeah, so for Jim, it's a lot of practices in a simulator at RAF Coningsby, where the team's from, and we put a massive brochure together. We've got a lot of volunteers from around the station that come out to the air shows as well, so there's a lot of preparation to put together a display.
Excellent. So a bit of background about yourself, Stephen, because you fly as well for the Royal Air Force. What do you fly for the Royal Air Force?
So I've just come off the Tucano as the basic fast jet trainer. I'm awaiting to fly the Hawk T2 at RAF Valley, so hopefully streamed into fast jets and end up on the Typhoon myself.
And you're looking forward to that, I'm guessing?
Very much so.
So how did things start for you, Stephen? How was the kind of aviation passion or bug start with you?
So for me, it was here. I grew up in Biggin Hill, so it's very nice to come back here. I went to school in the Valley, so I saw all the air shows as a kid. My family brought me here, and it really sort of sparked that motivation to join the Royal Air Force and fly.
So flying for you, did it start with like the base PPL, Cessnas and the Pipers and?
Yeah, I was very fortunate. I got a scholarship here to get my PPL at Biggin Hill, so that was where my flying began, and then I was very fortunate to get into the Royal Air Force, so that's where my career has gone.
So any memorable moments, because obviously for me it was my first solo flight. Any sort of memorable moments while you were learning to fly?
I would say probably the same. Exactly, It's the first solo, it's the first time you're in charge and you're out there, it's freedom, it's incredible.
And there's less weight in that aircraft. So the future, what kind of plans you got for the future within the Royal Air Force? Obviously you're moving on to the new aircraft. Are you going to stick to that aircraft or move on to something else? Or? So
for me, I'm going to stay with the team into the next year's season before I move on to the Hawk T2 trainer, and then from there hopefully onto either F-35 or onto the Typhoon. But the display team itself, Typhoon, will keep going hopefully for the foreseeable future. So any other air shows you've got this year planned for the UK? Yeah, we're very excited to go back to Bournemouth on the south coast at the end of August, so that's a big show for us. And we're also going overseas to the Czech Republic, to Ostrava, to NATO days, so that's very exciting as well. That sounds absolutely fantastic. So the display that we've got here today, obviously it's a fairly clear day, it's a sunny day. It's a bit of a wind, though, we will say. Does that affect the display in any way? It does, yeah. Even though it's a very high-powered jet, Flight Lieutenant Peterson does have to work hard, especially if the wind's blowing onto the display. So, he'll be working hard today, I'm sure, to put on a perfect routine. Oh, it sounds brilliant. We're looking forward to that. So one of the questions before we wrap up is we always ask all the pilots we interview on the show, so kind of put you on your place or put you on the spot question. So, but not to worry, it's an easy one. And that is, if given the chance to fly any aircraft, albeit retired or still in service, commercial, military, GA, and you were given the chance to hop out on the field now, jump in, take it out for a spin, what would it be? It's going to be a Spitfire. I think everyone must give you that answer, but yeah, for me, especially from Biggin Hill and its heritage as a fighter station in 1940s, so yeah, the Spitfire for sure. Oh, excellent choice, and yes, it is a very popular choice, along with Concorde, funnily enough. Oh, yes. So Stephen, thank you for taking time out to speak to us today on the show, and on behalf of the guys here at the PT UK, thank you, and all the best for the future. Thanks very much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.